Hi. So today's theme is around a thought about how the proof is in the pudding, and that being an analogy of how everything that I do, regardless of intent, is the final measure. The final measure is always in this physical reality in real time and practically experienced as a day's worth of accumulation or or a day's worth of self-sabotage or and everything in between. And it's it's the same deal with how I'm profusely listening to interviews on eCraft about the timeless aspects about life. Like recently I've been listening to a part on stubbornness, then giving up, and now I'm on the topic of gloominess. And I guess for reference, you can reference the Atlantean series on eCraft. And it's the same, back to my thought, it's the same thing with listening to each and every interview or listening to each and every material. And I can extend that to every single thing that I perceive and experience about this world is like the uncalled for instructor, because it's not like you interact with people and they're gonna say, hey, big disclaimer, I'm about to teach you the value of not giving a shit, and then watch out for that moment. I'm going to play the part now, and people just, but essentially, for all practical purposes, that is what every single person in your life throughout all time is always saying. And it it simplifies a lot of complexity that I prefer to have. So it's like simplified to the extreme of being like bare naked, without protection, exposed to the elements of my self judgment. But there's always many sides to simple answers, where truth is the simplest, most direct answer. And using that quote from Lao Tzu, the truth is the simplest, most direct answer. A practical application of that is you or me, you in this very moment are already measured. And if you were to die in this moment right now, you would be measured. And you're either good enough to be recognized as life or you're not. There's not really any in between. And it's the same for relationships, social relationships. They're either coming closer together or further apart. The situation of both standing still or stationary is actually a drifting apart. And it always shocks me how direct and simple it is to walk, not run, but walk a process slowly, giving giving space to myself for things to expand and reveal themselves as parts of myself. Because it reminds me of another quote by Bernard Pullman around the lines of how don't judge and don't judge. See how you relate to points as they come, and within that, you'll find the points that need direction. And so this whole vlog, I was about to say blog, this whole vlog has been circling around how literally everything that you do or don't do, like whether you forgive yourself or don't forgive yourself in all the specific various multiple contexts, the proof is in the pudding. Uh, the simplest, most direct answer is your expression in this moment, which seems like something very frivolous and lighthearted and spontaneous and spur of the moment, but just dig a little deeper into the surface and you'll find that, as I have found, even right now in this moment I'm vlogging, there's a story behind the things that I say and the things that I am attempting to express. And that relates to a thought that I had a while back of how each and every single person is like this tome, is like this thick book of the book of their life. And it got me thinking, if we could somehow tap into that rich resource of potentials and lessons, and that we allow people to access that, which is like very difficult, eh, but but at least in the in what I can direct and what I can control the most would be for me to access my tome of life, my book of life, and realize the lessons and realize that the differences are secondary to the sameness, that, for example, every single person lives in this one reality, this one physical reality, and it really doesn't value any of what you think about yourself as unique or special or different. Yep, that's all I have. Thanks. Bye.